years of my life, I lived in what has been argued as the most beautiful city in the world, Sydney, Australia. And so moving back to America after such a long time was tough. I had to leave my best friends, gorgeous beaches, and home behind. But now that I've lived in Florida for just over 2 years, my perspective has changed and allowed me to value and admire the differences between the two countries. Today, I asked some of my friends to answer a couple questions and describe their ultimate dream. This is Jess. She's been born and raised in Australia and has traveled to many countries as well as the west coast of America. This is Natalie. She is the American girl and has lived here her entire life. This is Liv. Liv was born in Australia and has done traveling to many Asian countries. This is Christina. She's lived in America all of her life, but has traveled internationally to experience other cultures. What is your ultimate dream for when you get older?
I reckon my dream is to be a lawyer, so a good paying income, a family, to be married eventually, for the children to have a really successful life, for everything to work out, like not too many problems, that kind of thing.
My dream is to go to my dream college, University of Florida, and graduate with a communications degree and hopefully become someone who is on ESPN reporting sports news or a sports reporter down at the field.
Well, I want to go to the Olympics eventually when I'm older. And to be successful, probably own my own business or do something to like sport.
To be able to support myself and my family and just be happy and do what I like to do.
When has been a time where you think you've been living the ultimate dream?
Probably 3 or 4 because your parents do everything for you. You have no worries. Everything is really laid out for you. Yeah, there's no issues. You think your life is perfect.
I think now I've had parents that worked very hard for me to go to a very good school, and I think that having the best education is an American dream, and getting to go to a top school and having a parents that love and support me through anything is the best dream I could possibly have.
Right now, or in year 10, I have good friends, happy, healthy.
What do you think would be the difference between the typical Australian and American dream?
Okay, so the American dream is probably very different to the Australian dream. So Australia is everyone's really chill, everyone wants a work-life balance, everyone wants to live at the beaches. No one really wants to live in that sort of office job. Whereas compared to America, I feel like everyone has a direction. So they either want to be a lawyer or a doctor. Whereas in Australia, everyone just wants to be chill and wants to be a surfer or something like that.
I think that the Australian dream is to have a family, I guess, and have fun. I'm not really sure, but in my opinion, I think they have more fun and they get to enjoy their family and go on a lot of trips around Australia. And I think that Americans are more focused on work and they're more focused on businesses and trying to make the best abilities they can or get in the top class, I guess. That's the difference to me.
I guess the Australian dream is living at the beach, surfing every day, and then the American dream, I don't know, owning lots of land, having a good career when you finish school.
Well, it's 2 different countries, so I think it has different expectations. I know one time you said in Australia, most people don't go right into college, they look forward to their gap year. But with here, it's kind of the expectation, as soon as you get out of high school, you go to a good college, you get good grades. So I think the dream would be here is to go to a good college, to get a good job there, and it's just chill and surf.
According to a survey taken by Yellow Brick Road, the top 5 things Australians want to achieve in their lives are to travel and see the world, buy a first home, get their debt under control, pay off their mortgage, and own their own business. According to Yahoo and Wikipedia, the top 5 things Americans want to achieve in their lives are freedom and equality, a well-paying job, a kind spouse and well-paid kids, to pay off their mortgage and pay for all necessities such as food, clothing, and health. So would part of your dream ever include moving to America?
Yeah, definitely.
Yes, because I feel like it has a different lifestyle to Australia. Australia's really laid back, whereas America, I feel like everyone's got a direction in life.
So would part of your dream ever include moving to Australia?
If my work took me there, if I did what I loved, or if I married someone that wanted to move there, I would.
I mean, I think I've always wanted to go to Australia. I think it's like a really pretty place, and I would totally live there.
Would moving to a different country even be a practical dream for you, even though you already lived in such a beautiful and wonderful country?
Yes, I think it's a dream. That's like a hard question. It depends on the person. So for me, I reckon that would be a dream because, like I said before, I want to be a lawyer, so I feel like you could be more successful in America.
Probably not. I love Florida, and it's really where my opportunities take me. It depends on what job I want to do or what kind of person I want to marry. If they want to go out and be someone with the sea and the land, be an adventurer, if they wanted to live in Australia, I would go with them.
Yes, because in America there's more like, for what I want to do, like with sport and stuff, there's more like facilities and like resources over there that would be like better for me than here, which we don't really have that much to do, like my particular sport that I want to do.
No, I'd like to stay here, but if life took me to Australia, I would be happy to go.
This experiment has shown a common trend. Each girl, although living a version of their ultimate dream, will always want to have and experience more. Personally, I believe that I've lived and experienced the most wonderful life. For 60% of my 15 years, I lived in the prettiest, most laid-back city in the world. And of course, I wouldn't change that for the world. As a young lady, I've experienced some things that many people would dream of doing. For 9 years, I was able to swim in the ocean whenever I wanted to. Mom, I'm going to the beach! Okay, Kari, have fun! See you later! Throughout 9 years, I was able to visit some of the most famous monuments in the world. And for 9 years, I was able to experience the best of childhoods with my family and friends. And so after living my Australian and now American dream, I believe that it is possible to achieve more than one dream, and that there is always more to look forward to.